Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Kaikai is coming out to tell Kenyans that he thinks that this Bomas Ogola thing has been overdone for political reasons. And so it is been overplayed. And William Ruto, as the president, has asserted many times that Ogola was among people who wanted, of course, his election to be overturned. And so Linus Kaikai is coming out to reveal for us that typically soldiers don't overturn election results. They usually overthrow governments. So about the complaints of William Ruto that General Ogola went to Bomas of Kenya to overturn his elections was untrue, and typically soldiers usually don't do such kind of things. They usually overthrow the government of the day. I want you to listen to whatever Linus Kaikai is saying. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, please consider liking this video. When you like this video, you automatically support the work of this channel. And I will appreciate you so much also if you consider subscribing to this channel. If you are a visitor for the first time visiting this channel, subscribe, you put on the notification bell that when I upload my videos like this, you get notified. Ensure also you share the video and you give your opinion at the comment section below. Let us listen to Linus Kaikai, then we continue.
Interesting, because first of all, there is absolutely no way of corroborating that conversation. This was the president's story against a coffin. It's not possible to know what exactly transpired. But we can assess the possibilities there. What was there to court-martial General Ogola about? Is that actually how it works? That you are a member of the National Security Advisory Committee that then instructs you to be present somewhere as per Duale texts. But somehow, what the president is telling us is, Ogola said, I'm guilty. Yeah. I was in Bomas. And mambo ni matatu. By the way, that's another mambo ni matatu.
Right.
There was court-martial.
Resign?
Resign.
Or forgive.
Or forgive. There's only one big problem with that narrative. It's like picking a conversation with a coffin. It actually breaks basic rules of funerals. You don't start a conversation that goes that way because it's going to be one way. But again, the next day, that is the day of the SMS texts by the CS Duale, again, point in a different direction. So would it show this text and then say that, we have three options? I think this is, and I really hope this should be the end of this conversation, because we are almost nearing a place where we are approaching institutional erosion, where you erode the respect. The military and civilian relationship is guided entirely by respect. Just respecting what you do and respecting who your leaders are, the generals, the merit system they have of rising to where they are. And that is what a commander-in-chief gives in return. Remember, a commander-in-chief doesn't go through necessarily, especially in our civilian arrangement, where you are elected a completely different path, campaign rallies and political system, to rise to the commander-in-chief. And the people you'll be commanding, some of them, and our analyst, Brigadier retired, explained the rigorous process to make, let alone a general, just to create somebody like a major, a colonel, let alone a brigadier, all the way to the general. So I think that respect should not be tampered with. And I think this Bomas Ogola thing has been overdone for political reasons. It's been overplayed. We should have hoped that it just disappears from the funeral. It shouldn't turn up. Because remember, the president has asserted many times that Ogola was among people who wanted to overturn my election. And I just want to say this, Yvonne. You know, typically soldiers don't overturn election results. They overthrow governments.
Yeah.
And in the West African belt, where the space, that respect between civilian rule and military might is very thin, they've done it a couple of times. There is an entire belt of the Sahel right now that is under military rule. Yeah. And something you need to notice, they're not even senior military, they're not generals. These are captains, these are colonels who are politically engaged. And I mean, when you listen to the president of Burkina Faso and the president of Mali, they are switched on. They understand the issues and all that. Now, when that respect collapses, those are the environments. So we need to give our military the respect they deserve. They are not the typical military of other parts of the world. Now, Ogola was in Bomas because of the poor quality of a civilian instruction. He wasn't there because he was sent by General Kibochi. Well, let's be given some more texts to say who actually sent him. You will realize that he wasn't deployed by the military. He was there as a member of, a representative of the...
And so then, I think when you look at the argument of Linus Kaikai at the newsgram, Citizen TV, you will realize that Kenyans, even though we have talked about this late CDF General Ogola, the truth is, even if William Ruto had strong allegations against Ogola, and Ogola came out apologizing and confessing what he went to do at Bomas of Kenya, Linus Kaikai is telling Kenyans that it is unnecessary for now William Ruto to come and propagate against someone who has died, and he has no ability or strength to defend himself. And so the rhetoric story of William Ruto, this was just to simplify and of course to fool Kenyans as if Ogola admitted his mistakes, because immediately they had a meeting. Why could General Ogola and William Ruto had their press briefing, they addressed Kenyans, so that we should not guess what William Ruto is telling us? We know these propagandas of these politicians. They will come out and tell you, we have spoken about this, and the other party has said this. It is easier for someone who is alive to respond to those allegations. And again, something that I've realized that maybe, I know earlier on William Ruto came out with these rhetoric stories. And because General Ogola never wanted this confrontation with his boss, what he did was just to keep quiet and continue this work. But inside of this man, late General Ogola, he knew that if he was going to encounter William Ruto, it was going to be escalated as someone who is disrespecting his boss, William Ruto. So he was to keep quiet and eventually just to see things the way things are, because he was not having strength. And by then, immediately William Ruto was sworn in the office. You saw Eden Duale coming out to say the repercussions that General Ogola was going to have. And of course, that William Ruto was to punish those individuals. who tried to overturn his elections. At the same time, you saw even the video of Oscar Sudi, who came out saying that Ogola ni watu stupid sana. And these are people who tried to overturn the election of William Ruto, and they were to be punished. So we never knew what kind of punishment. And so when General Ogola was among those people at the military crash, Kenyans came out asking themselves several questions. What happened? What happened? Because really, if you connect with what this Kenya Kwanza Brigade said about General Ogola, these people, they were not happy, even if he was promoted to be the CDF. It was just part of the rule, and it was not a favor. This is something that I've said many times. And some people that are responding saying that it was a favor from William Ruto. It was not a favor. Remember, William Ruto is just someone who has been elected with the people, or voted for to be in the position he is. But when look at these generals, they usually go into a certain process. Hakunanga watu wanakuja kumvotia. So if those people who are not understanding the kind of process these people usually go through, then you compare with the process that William Ruto went through and now coming out to control these generals, you will realize that the generals should be so powerful that even this president, because president is coming out to control these people, wameenda through lethal process. It is not easy. So I think it is finally coming out clear. It was unnecessary for William Ruto to come out and downplay this politics of General Ogola about Bomas of Kenya. It was unnecessary and come out to accuse someone who has died, and he cannot come out and respond. That is the statement of Linus Kaikai. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till you meet in another video.